Hi there, myself Rakesh. I welcome you back to ExpoHub Automation World channel. Today we are going to learn more about the UiPath Orchestrator new version. So you can see if you have used the older version or many videos on YouTube, it was built on the older style. If you are looking for a tutorial for the new release or the new UI interface in Orchestrator, so this is the video which is going to help you. So we are going to learn everything in detail, and I'm pretty sure at the end of this training or this tutorial you'll find it very helpful and you'll be able to utilize the Orchestrator. So let's get started. So there are many things to learn. So this session will be very interesting. So let's continue till the end. Okay. So first of all, how do you open this page? So many may be knowing it, many who do not or wanted to learn. So this is how you will be logging into the Orchestrator. So generally it is recommended to use Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox. These are the two better places. So all you have to do is cloud.uipath.com. Okay, just type cloud.uipath.com. If it is for the very first time you are doing it, it will ask you to register, sign up. You can sign up with your email address. Okay, so I have already done it. So you can see if you are using i11, by April 2021 it's going to end. I am using it today because my Chrome is not really functioning well, so I have to go for I at this moment. Okay, anyways, so our learning will continue. So first thing, when you launch this, first thing you have to do once you launch cloud.uipath.com. So this is the place where you have to sign up, and once you sign in, this is the page which you would see. So the very first thing that you have to do is click on the admin page. Okay, click on the admin. So once you click on this admin, right, there you would have a blank page. So here you will not have any kind of a tenant created. So here first step is you create a tenant, add a tenant. So you can give a name. So what is a tenant? So tenant is nothing but in a company, let's say your company is ABC, right? So for the company ABC, there will be multiple departments: IT department, HR department, then any other. So you can think of so many different departments would be part of a company, right? So your automation that you wanted to build could be for a specific team. For example, it could be for the HR team you are trying to build a automation. So sometimes if it is a small company, what they do, they create a tenant completely for the company. So ABC is a small company, so you can click on add tenant and give a name ABC. So that is the only one thing you want to create. Sometimes in a bigger organization, they would like to create multiple tenants like HR, IT, admin, finance. So you can have multiple services. So in your community edition, you will have only one option, one tenant you can create. So tenant is nothing but departments, in simple word, department or service, right? Different services that the company has. Okay. Keep the current color. Okay, so this is understood, right? Add a tenant. Simply click on add tenant. I don't want to do it. I don't want to delete it because it's very simple. So once you have created tenant, once the tenant got created, click on this link. Okay, this is where your actual cloud.uipath.com, your orchestrator chapter would continue. So once you log into your orchestrator page, so right now let me log into the orchestrator page, and this will be very interesting. I'm telling you, it will be very interesting. So let's wait for a minute. Okay, so this is my home page. So my home page has come, and from here, what should I do for the first time? Now here on my orchestrator, you see lot many folders, but for you, if it is first time, you may not have all of this. So don't worry about it. Okay, don't worry about it. So the very first step, what I should do. Okay, so let's start. Okay, let's go back a little bit. So as a developer, let me build a very simple project. So this example, I want you to do it along with me. Simply drag and drop a message box. Okay, I'm creating a simple process. I'm dragging and dropping a message box, and here I am saying hello new, you can type any message. Okay, simply I'm just typing a message, anything you want, hello world, anything you wanted. So I've kept a message box. Just imagine this is your project. Your project would be having a lot many things, but for the moment, to learn Orchestrator, this is the simple project I have created which has a message box. Okay, now the first thing I will do, I want to publish it. So what would happen the moment you hit on publish, right? So your project should get published to Orchestrator. Getting it? Your project should get published to Orchestrator. So when you do it, if I hit on next, what is happening? If you look at this, Orchestrator not connected. Your studio is not connected to Orchestrator yet. Getting it? So it's saying your studio is not yet connected, so you cannot publish your project to Orchestrator. It cannot be done. Getting it? So I am not able to now transfer this small project to Orchestrator. So first thing, it is asking me to connect. So is the point is clear? So once the project is built in UiPath Studio, it needs that your UiPath Studio is connected to Orchestrator. So how would you connect your Orchestrator? Okay, now for that, all you do, when you have installed UiPath Studio, along with UiPath Studio, you will have something called UiPath Assistant. Okay, just open that up. So when you open it, this assistant would look something like this. Okay, every now and then they are trying to change, but again I think they are going to stop it here, I don't know, but this is UiPath Assistant. Okay, this is what you need to open. Done. So once you have opened it, what you do, click on this preferences button. Do you see this small human head icon? Okay, so click on this preferences button and click on preferences. So once your preferences button is open, so until now what we have learned, we have gone to UiPath cloud.uipath.com. We saw that page. And second thing, what we have done, we have created a simple message box projects, very small, very tiny project we have created. Okay, and after creating, I wanted to publish it to Orchestrator. That moment we saw the Orchestrator is not connected to the studio. So for that, what we are doing, we are opening UiPath Assistant Preferences page. Is that clear? Until now it is clear? Okay, very good. Now from here we will proceed. What is the next thing I have to do? I have to click on Orchestrator settings. Okay, I have to click on Orchestrator setting. Now here what I have to do, select machine key. So there are two different options you have, service URL, machine key. So click on machine key. Simple, following me? Okay, so once you have selected machine key, go back to your cloud. Okay, now here in the Orchestrator page, in the cloud Orchestrator page, there are two different layers. First layer is called tenant. For example, as a student, if you're joining a school or joining a college, right? So let's say your school has got multiple multiple classes will be there, right? Starting from first standard, second standard, third standard, fourth standard, fifth standard. Okay, so your school has a name. So that becomes your company. That becomes your school, the entirety of the school. So same way, as a student, when you are joining the class, as a student, so you are joining to class number 9th, let's say. So you are a student of class number 9th, but you are also a student of the school, right? So tenant is like that. Tenant is the overall kind of a, you can think it's an organization. Okay, so it's kind of a department that you have created, right? Tenant. So let's say for HR department, so as a whole, as HR department, so that becomes your top. Imagine it's an organization under which you are creating multiple things. Okay, is that clear? Now it will be more clear with this example. So what you do, there are two very important things. One is the tenant. So you have to click on tenant. First you click on tenant. The moment you click on tenant, the page would change. Okay, and then you click on machines. Okay, so this is the beginning of you learning Orchestrator. Very first step. We are starting this. Okay, and I'm going to make it very interesting. So what you did, you clicked on tenant and you clicked on machines. Simple. Okay. Now you click on the plus sign. You click on the plus sign, and there you will find something called add standard machine. Okay. So for the first time, I am not going with all other options. I'm just keeping it very simple for you. So machine I have clicked on the plus sign, and here I have to click on add standard machine. Okay, let's click on that. All right. So now it's asking enter the has to be an exact match to the name of the workstation or robot installed on. Okay. So what happened? Your UiPath assistant is nothing but the robot platform, right? So this is the UiPath assistant. So this robot platform, where what is the machine name here? So it is automatically collecting your machine name. So it is Rakesh. So I'll copy this machine name from the preferences page and I'm going to paste it over here. Is it clear? Is it clear until here? Okay. Now here what I'm going to do, because I want my studio to get connected, license unattended runtime, I will say 1. Just type a number. Okay, in the I am not finding that button, so if not, you simply type a number. So I'm saying unattended runtime, I'm saying 1, and I'm going to provision it. Clear? So until now what I am doing, I simply created a machine. The moment you create a machine, what happens? There is a key getting generated. If you see, copy machine key. So this key you should copy it from here. Okay, copy it. So once you copy, go back to your UiPath assistant preference, and here you have to paste the machine key. Okay, ending with F2. Okay, and before that it also asks you what is the orchestrator URL. Okay, now it is very important. Okay, so your, let's say you have given this is your entire URL, right? This is your entire URL. So what you do, your department name or the tenant name that you have created, for me the tenant name is HR. Okay, so I'm going to copy until over here. Okay, getting this? I'm going to copy this until the tenant name and I'm going to paste it over here. Simple. Done. Machine key pasted, orchestrator URL pasted. Now I'm going to click on connect. Done. So the moment you click on connect, see now it is offline and now it is saying connected and licensed. It is saying connected and licensed. So what I should do, if that doesn't happen for you, if it is saying connected unlicensed, sometime it will be orange in color and it will say connected unlicensed. So in such case what you do, so this is your first step. Done. If it is not having a green tick mark, don't worry. I'm going to tell you what needs to be done. So what you do, once this is done, click on the default folder. So you will find by default, if you have not deleted it, some people might have deleted it. Okay, if you have not deleted it, so it will be there. In case you have deleted, let's say somebody, I have seen couple of people who have deleted the default folders which are already there, right? Or it sometimes it may not appear. If that happens, all you do, click on folders and here you can create a folder. So you can give a name called default and create on your own. Okay, so this is called a classic folder. You have to create a classic folder in case that has happened. Otherwise, if you have not deleted, it will be there. Okay, or sometimes maybe because of technical glitches. Okay, so I hope you will have a default folder. If not, you can create it from here. Okay, let me show it to you. So click on new folder, select classic and give a name. Let's say default folder is not there. You can create one more. Getting it? Okay, so let me not create because I already have it. So first thing, now you are in the tenant page. Now you have to click on default. Getting it? Now you have to click on default. Now once you click on default, go to robots. Once you are in default, go to robots. Okay, now here in the robots, what I want to do is click on the plus sign and click on the standard robot. Am I clear? So click on the robots, default folder, click on robots and click on the standard robot. Okay. Now the moment you create a standard robot, here it will ask you what is the machine name. So the machine name just now we have created. So this is the machine name. I have selected Rakesh, and then it's asking. So I will give a name to the robot. So I will say robot underscore Rakesh. Okay, and then you can give a description. Now remember, because as a developer you want your studio to stay connected. So I would recommend you to go with unattended. Okay, you can go with attended, RPA developer, this, but I want to go with, so that you can utilize so many various options. So I would recommend you to go with unattended. You can try with other options. Okay, but I would recommend you to ensure your Uipath Studio connects properly. I want you to select unattended. Okay, and then it is asking you a domain/username. Domain/username, how do you find? Do you know that? Let's see. So open command prompt, and in the command prompt all you have to do is who am I, and this becomes your domain username. So Rakesh -user. So whatever on your laptop, just try this out. Okay, so let me enter it. Rakesh -user. So this is my domain -username, and then you have to enter your password. Okay, for the unattended bot to work properly, ensure you enter your computer password, your Windows password. So let me enter my password. Okay, is it clear until here? Okay, so I have entered the password. After that, all you do is click on create. That's all. Very simple. Okay, so please do it until here. Pause the video and at least you have to complete until here. So once your robot getting created, okay, so let's refresh the page. So it is saying status is disconnected. So let me close this. So the status has to change to connected, right? So let's wait for a second. Let's check everything. Okay, it's saying connected. So let me try to just go back to the page once again. So let me go to default, then go to robots. Okay, now you can see it has got a green tick mark. So that means my robot is now connected. Is it clear until here? Very good. Now let's move. Once the robot is created, okay, so what I want to do, you can see my UiPath Studio is now connected. You can see it is connected. Okay, it is connected to the default folder. So it is same. Okay, now let me publish it. So sometimes if a publish button remains grayed out, all you do, go to the robots. There is a question in the interview, they would ask you, let's say I am trying to publish from my studio and my publish button is grayed out. Do you know why? This would remain grayed out. For me it is not grayed out. If it is grayed out, all you do is go back to your orchestrator, go to robots. Okay, you go to this robot and edit, and here you would find, if you have selected something else like attended user or something else, if you have selected, change it back to unattended, click on update. Okay, so I would suggest for you to keep it unattended. So now click on update. Up to you, you can experiment. Okay, I'm not going to define, okay, this is what you should do, but you can experiment. Okay, if that is a problem, go back and change it to unattended and update. So that way your orchestrator, if you close and reopen, you will have the publish button will not be grayed out. Okay, it will become active. All right, so now we have created a very simple project. So let me hit on publish. Getting it? So the moment it will ask me, for you it will say 1.0.1. I think I have done it several times, so that's why I have a higher version, but for you it will say 1.0.1 if you are doing it for the first time, and then simply hit on next. Okay, Now here publish to orchestrator tenant process. Do you see it's saying publish it to orchestrator? Okay, I want to publish it to the orchestrator. Fine, hit on publish. Simple publishing it. So now remember the name of the project. What is the name of the project? UiPath ExpoHub demo. UiPath ExpoHub demo. Okay, and version is 1.0.22. Okay, fine. What I will do, I will go back to orchestrator once I have uploaded a project. So where should I go? I should go to, I have uploaded to default folder, right? So let me go to default and click on packages. Okay, go to tenants, click on tenants, and here you will find something called packages. Yeah, so tenants and packages, clear? So click on packages. Now here you have to literally recall, because I have done several things, don't worry about it, but you have to remember the name of the project. What is the name of the project? UiPath ExpoHub demo a minute ago. Do you see? So this is the one. Okay, so now click on this and try to view versions. So if you do view version, you will see 1.0.22. Now you will ask me, Rakesh, let's say in your, this is an interview question probably. In your UiPath Studio, I have not done any changes to the project. If I click on publish, will it publish or no? Or it will throw an error saying you have not done any changes and you cannot publish. Do you know that? So let's do an experiment. If I have not made any changes, I am hitting publish. So now it will allow you to publish. There will be no problem. Okay, the studio at the moment, it doesn't have that capability to understand if you have really made any changes to the project or not. If you publishing it 10 times, it is going to upload 10 times. Okay, this could be one of your interview question. Okay, just to check your knowledge, they might ask you. Okay, so once it is done, now I have published it one more time, right? So I'll click on view versions. So it should say 1.23. Do you see? But everything is inactive. So the project from the studio has got uploaded to Orchestrator Cloud. It is there in the cloud now, or it is there in the Orchestrator. Now I want it to be pushed to my UiPath assistant. So UiPath assistant, right? So now you can see there is no process, there is no project. So I want the simple project to appear over here. So every time I don't have to open studio and run it, or as a user they don't have to have a studio. All the user can have UiPath assistant and they can run it from here. So how do I push the project? Just now I have uploaded to Orchestrator. From Orchestrator to UiPath assistant, how do I push it? Okay, so this is very important and very interesting also. Okay, so just now what you have done, your robot is connected, everything is connected. After that, from the studio you have published it. Okay, that's all you have done. Now what is the next thing? How can I ensure that the project comes over here? Because everybody is not a developer, right? Everybody doesn't have to have a UiPath Studio to run a project. So this is the UiPath assistant. This is the place where they can run different projects. So your users will have the UiPath assistant and they can run it from there. So how do you push it? So now you can see it is blank. There is nothing has been pushed. Okay. So this is where we will learn. Okay. So let's go back to the folder. So we are sharing, we are uploading it to the default folder, right? You can see it. So same way, let's go back to the default folder. Okay, so until now this is clear. From here you have to learn. Okay, now once you are in the default folder, click on environments. So in your company there are, let's say, take an example, there are, let's say, 1000 employees or 1 lakh employees. Out of that, the project which you have built, it is required for the HR team. This is required only for the HR team, not the entire company doesn't want to use it. Only the HR team wants to use it. So this environment is the place which would help you to create, right? Who is going to use it? Your entire company wants to use the project, or only group of people wants to use that project. So in this example, let's say group of people wants to use the project. So if group of people wants to use a project, what I will do, you can click on the plus sign and you can create a group. So what is the project? Let's say ExpoHub, the project name. So here I am saying group 1 and I'm giving a name, let's say HR team. So whatever, ensure it is a group of people who will be using it. So I've created it. The moment you create it, it is going to ask you to select the robots. So first thing you have done, you have added a machine, then you have created a robot. So it will ask you to show you all the robots of the company. So you can select and create a group. So here I have only my own because I'm a single user now on the community edition. So I'm just using my own robot. Okay, so for you, just select your own robot, but your concept should be very clear. So I have added my robot into this group. Let's say I will create another group. Can I add the same robot? This is also interview question. Let's say I'm creating group 2 ExpoHub, or you're creating for some other project, right? You wanted to share that project with another group. So let's say you're creating group 2. So can a person be part of group 1 and group 2? Yes. See, I can add my own machine into 2 different groups. This is also an interview question which is going to help you. Clear? So now I want to send it to the group 1. This project, only the group 1 people should use it. So I'm selecting all the robots and I've created a group 1. Done. After that, all you do, click on the home page. Okay, click on the home page. You are still in the default folder, mind it. Clicking on the home page, click on the processes. Okay, so you clicked on the home page, clicked on the processes, and here I will create a process. So process means what? I am going to send that project to a group. I am going to send that project which I have just uploaded to a group. So first thing it is asking me, select the package. So right now, as I said, once your project is uploaded from studio to Orchestrator, it is called package. So once your project is uploaded to studio, it becomes a package. So let me select the package. What was the name of the package? ExpoHub demo, right? Okay, this is the one. Okay, I have selected it. Now next thing it is going to ask you, select the version. Okay, so let me say I want to select 1023. So I'm selecting 1.0.23, whatever version you wanted to use it. You want to roll back, you have already published, you want to roll back, again come to this process and change it. Okay, so once this is done, next thing is it is asking environment. Environment is nothing but which group, whom you want to send this. I want to send it to group 1, or you can change it to group 2 depending on the need. So I'm going to send it to group 1. So I've selected group 1 and I'm going to hit on continue. So the environment is a place where you can create groups. So in UiPath language, it is called environments. Environments. Who are those robots who will be using it? Okay, or who are those people who will be using it? So you are creating like you create a email group, right? Let's say I ask you send an email to a mail group. So you open your mail, type that mail group. The moment you send it, all of them gets it. Similar way, in UiPath Orchestrator, you create an environment. So you create an environment, you add all those robots and you send this, everybody will get it. Everybody in that group will get this project. So let's see that. So I'm going to create it. Okay, so let me create the process. So process is nothing but process is a step of sending your project to the UiPath assistant. Okay, so you are selecting the package, you are selecting the version which you want to send, and you are selecting the group of people or group of robots or environment. So in your UiPath language, you call it environment, whom you want to send it. That is called process. So I've created a process. So UiPath ExpoHub, which one I have created? This one. Okay, group 1 HR, right? This is the, so I have so many, so I'm getting confused. So this is the one which I have created. So if I run this, now look at it, my UiPath assistant is completely blank. Now if I run it, you will see this project will come and sit in my UiPath assistant. So let me run it. Okay, I clicked on this button and then I will select specific robot. Okay, so I'm selecting and click on start. Clear? So if I do this, what would happen? You check my UiPath assistant, within some time it will have a project. Okay, do you see UiPath ExpoHub demo has come automatically. Okay, so now as a user I don't have to have studio to run a project. You have created, somebody has created for me, and I'll ask him to send it to me and I can use it. So you can see if I run it, it is saying hello new orchestrator. You getting it? So do experiment. If you have your friend, what you do, you add his machine, you go to tenants and experiment this with your friend. Okay, so on your orchestrator, what you do, you ask him, give your machine name, you ask him to open UiPath assistant, go to preferences and give the machine name, and you add it, you send this machine key to your friend and ask him to connect. Then you create a robot, you create an environment, all this process I have explained, right? You create a simple project and send it. You will see your friend UiPath assistant will have your project. You can send or share your project to somebody. So this is an experiment that you can try. Okay, I hope entire time that we have spent, you must have learned a lot of things, and I hope this is going to help you and bring a lot of knowledge. I don't want to extend more. There's so many things I can talk about orchestrator, but I am going to limit it over here. I'm pretty sure this new orchestrator, right, how, where to click, what to do, everything should be pretty clear to you now. Okay, thank you. Happy UiPath RPA developer journey. I will continue to put more and more valuable content that is going to help you in your journey. Thank you so much. Please give a like, please do subscribe, and please do share with your friends. Thank you so much, friends. We'll connect again. Bye bye.